What should we talk about?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. I feel like there's something going on in your life. What?
There really is. Yes. So I made a second solo country album.
Yay.
Um, and it's called Class Out the Ass. And we're gonna have a big show to celebrate the release of this album on April 19th at the Uptown VFW. And it's the early show. So it's from 7 to 9, like firmly. And then you can go have the rest of your night or whatever you want to do after that.
Oh my goodness. Well, congratulations on your second release of your
Thank
country
you.
album. You are in all various forms of music and genres, which I love. I'm a fan of everything you've done.
Oh, thank you.
Country, oh, yes, Georgia. Uh,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
and like I country is a blind spot for me. And
Yeah.
I know I was like, Georgia's doing country. I'm down. This
Thank you.
this
I
is
know a
on
lot
the
of
radar.
people they have really strong feelings about country music.
They do. But I'm open. I'm
Yes.
always open and was very excited. So tell me more about Class of the Ass.
Okay. Well, I want to mention that the band that's going to play with us on April 19th is Kind of Fonda Wanda, which I'm a really big fan of and have not played a show with them before. So I'm super excited and honored that they signed on to open for me on this show, even though they've been around longer as a band. And I think it's going to be really fun for people who just, I assume that there'll be some dancers who come. And then, the thing that I offer, I think, is that it does sound like classic country music, but I think that people can really hear the roots of me and the other players in the band of punk and just garage music and pop punk, power pop. It's a rock and roll. It's all there. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was your actual question?
You can
I
tell
just
me
went
more
off on a
about
little loopy tangent.
that's
Whoopsie.
okay. That's all right. That's what this is all about. Tell me
Okay,
whatever. That's why it's a very
we're
open-ended
just
question,
blabbing it up on a
right?
Sunday morning.
We're just hanging. 5 minutes early. It's okay. Yeah, let's talk more about that album. So this is the second
Okay,
country album that you did.
yeah. Mhm.
And let's maybe go back to how you got with the first one and then the set. I mean, when
I
you did
will.
one, you
Yeah.
did
So the
two.
first one it was kind of a long saga. So the Short Fuses have been friends with 9 Pound Hammer and Nashville Pussy since the 90s. And I was actually asked to be the singer of Nashville Pussy when they were putting it together.
Wow.
But I would have had to move away, and I was not prepared to do that. Uh, anyway, it all worked out because they're awesome. And Blaine is the singer. He stepped up
Oh,
and became the front man of Nashville Pussy. And back in those days, we had a little side project. Travis and I and my best friend Kareth had a rockabilly trio called Rhinestone Chassis, and we'd recorded a couple of cassettes, and they had them in the tour van in Nashville Pussy. And Blaine was like, "This is what you should be doing. Like, this is your voice is so natural for this. Why are you not singing country music?" And I was like, "Well, it's kind of this whole identity thing at that point of a scene that I just wasn't part of and I wasn't interested in being part of it. There was just like that whole like greaser moment where it was I felt like it was really rigid in how you were supposed to dress, like historical reenactor kind of stuff. That's how I felt about it. I'm not a joiner, Krista. I'm not a joiner.
you're a
Um,
trailblazer.
and I had too much rage, I didn't want to play that slow music. And I will be totally honest. There was some like my natural looks and ability is like farm girl. Literally, my name means farm girl, like farmer maiden. Um, so I was trying to push against that and like be, cool and tough punk. And anyway, and the rage. So that was just something I identified more with. And I just didn't want to, like I said, I'm not a joiner. I didn't want to be part of like Americana at that time. And I feel like since then, it's really relaxed more and much more like inclusive and not so rigid. Um, and that there's a place for me now. Anyway, going back, how did this record come about? So we talked about it for a long time. And then out of the blue, kind of in the aughts, Blaine was like, "Hey, Georgia, let me get you. What if I just get you a plane ticket with my frequent flyer miles and you guys fly down here? We're going to make this country record." And we did. But so we were always like, "Oh, okay, well, we recorded all the basic tracks and then we'll go back and put all the finishing touches on and everything like that." We never did. But we had done like 20 songs that we had done all the basic tracks for. And I had sung on every take, which is why my takes were a little, because we went down there and we did the second record the same way. We like learned the songs on the spot and recorded them on the spot within a few days. So this is going on a little bit long, but I'm just going to say the first record and thus begat the second record. It was a gift of COVID. Our record label, Rumbar Records out of Boston, was like, "Well, what do you guys have that's not released? Because no one can record right now. And I'm a record label, so we want to release stuff." And Travis was like, "We have that whole album that we made in Kentucky, in Lexington, with 9 Pound Hammer and Nashville Pussy." So anyway, Brian, who had the studio there and has a studio there now, he similarly was like working from home during lockdown. Like everybody was at home and we all had all the frickin' time in the world. So he mixed the whole record out of all the takes.
Wow.
So that's what Aloha from Kentucky is.
Okay.
And we had always wanted to work with Rock and Jelly Bean, who drew the cover for Aloha, he's the bass player of Jackie and the Cedrics in Japan. And he's like a famous artist in Japan. Like he does Rolling Stones tour posters when they go to Japan. So he's very busy and very famous there. But he's our friend. And so we were all like, yeah, yeah. Travis always wanted him to draw a record cover for us. Again, COVID lockdown, he had time. So those were some COVID gifts. That's why that record exists. And then that's why the second record exists, because people loved the first record so much. We were like, "Oh, okay. Well, should we make another one?" So we found 1 week in August of 2022 where we all could go back to Lexington to the studio. And we did. We all met up there from Atlanta and from up here in St. Paul, Minnesota. And Brider flew in a couple days before she had been just kicking around in Europe after their tour ended. We all met up there and did the same thing. But this time, because it wasn't COVID, I could redo my vocals here, which I did at the K-Bank studio with Tom Herbers. Mm-hmm. And I got also AJ Trubis, who's like a fiddle and pedal steel legend. I don't think he's even 40, but he's very well known around these parts for bluegrass music, but he can play anything. I mean, he can build a fiddle. He's a luthier as well. So those were a couple things that I added here. And Brian mixed it again in Lexington, and it took longer to mix it this time because I really wanted it to be better than the first one. Mm. So that held me back a little bit I was like, there's not a deadline here. I want this record to be great. So those are the reviews. It's better than the first one.
It is, but I mean, I guess I would expect that.
Right. Well, that was why I was like, great. It has to be. I can't fuck around. It has to be better. Yes.
Yes. I mean, it is. I mean, both of them are great. Like, I loved the first one.
Thank you so much. Thank
Like,
you.
you're just so talented. You're, I know, I got a fangirl a second.
Thank
Sometimes
you, Krista. Oh my
I
gosh.
save this for off mic, but
Me and my
I,
heart.
I, I am such a fan of all the stylings that you do, and your voice is just perfect for like everything that you've done. And so when I
Thank you.
heard the country album, the first one, I was like, yes, it felt very natural. It felt like this does make sense, and I'm in. This
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
it. Yeah, I love it. And then I love the second one. I was so excited when it was sent to me that I was like, oh my God. I still am. I'm still excited. I was listening to it this morning. I'm like, it's just so fun.
Thank you. Yeah, some of the songs on both of these records are songs that I've wanted to do really since I was a little kid.
Mm.
I know people have strong opinions about country music because I was mercilessly mocked as a child for choosing to listen to country music. Um, but part of it, it was my mom was a rocker. My dad loves country music, and they got divorced, and my dad moved out, and so I would listen to it, when I missed him because it would remind me of him.
Mm.
And it's natural. It just feels natural for me.
It,
I didn't want to lend my energy and my voice, my art to what has been in the past, like a very small, backwards, racist genre,
yeah,
like very gate kept, gate kept.
yeah,
That's it, right?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Um, but I feel like it's really opened up a lot. And I mean, it's supposed to be the music of like the people. It is American music. I'm an American.
Yeah.
So I don't pretend like I'm not a city girl. I mean, but my city is St. Paul. Uh, but my dad's whole family is from up north in the Finnish Triangle.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
Cook, Managa, Cloquet up there. Yeah.
All the things. Well, you're right. There's definitely a shift with country music, and like, never thought I'd be comparing this, but Beyonce obviously just put
It really, I'm not kidding.
things
She kicked the doors open.
right.
She
So,
did.
I mean, I love that one too. Again, country is a blind spot. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce's doing country. I'm in. Miss Georgia Peach. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
You both are bringing me in and around.
I'm so glad. I mean, it really is. It's an American form of music that has, it's like uh, European colonizers slash immigrants
Right?
and African people brought here against their will uh, created this music together.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's like rock and roll.
exactly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And the blues and the chord progressions that I like are all kind of the same coming from those. And the Ramones School of Songwriting is like, yeah, three chords on a cloud of dust.
I love it. Well, let's see. Well, we did touch on the upcoming album release show. We'll just talk about it
Mm-hmm.
again. Coming up on the 19th at Uptown VFW. That's nice. It's an early show.
It is an early show because, that night is more famous Minnesotans show. Bob Mould is that night.
Oh,
So I don't know that we have a lot of crossover bands, but
it's an option now if people want to do
they
both.
can still go.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bob,
I didn't realize I had booked it on the same night as SZA and Kendrick Lamar, which I did have tickets for to take my daughter, but her auntie's going to take her now, and they're very excited to go.
that's very nice. That's a nice.
Well, and Doechii dropped off because I was like losing my mind that Doechii was the opener, and then she blew up, and was like, I guess I don't need to open for these guys. I'll have my own tour. So yeah.
Thing now. Oh,
Right? Because when the tickets first were on sale, it was like Doechii, SZA, Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, oh my God, we're going.
incredible. Yeah.
Mhm. I'm much more of a SZA fan of those two. She's an amazing songwriter.
She's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know how the performance will be. I'll be very curious to see I don't know if she's more of like a studio musician, you know what I mean? She seems like she gets very shy on stage, but
Hmm.
that's maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
I mean, you can't
But
be shy at that big show. It's a big arena.
I am here. I'm waiting for the Doechii tour.
Yes, that's got to be coming
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so
anytime.
yeah, I like all kinds of music.
I love it. I
What
love
I
it.
like is things that are original. That's my favorite thing. Or like when you can feel that it's somebody's really true expression.
Yeah.
And I'm not the greatest person. I wouldn't say I'm someone who's like super in touch with my feelings. It's one of the reasons I play music is that it allows me to connect with people on a non-verbal level. You're communicating with people without having to talk about things. I don't know what that says about me, but I need it. It's necessary for me. Well, and it's an amazing feeling. I mean, you can feel that way even in the audience at a show when you're like, oh, we're all vibing.
We're
It's
feeling it.
anyway,
Absolutely.
that can be really magical and meaningful. And in these disquieted times, I think it's really necessary. I've definitely been going out more and just wanting to be around people and connect with them to reinforce like we're here.
Right.
There's others who feel the same way, who want to uh, have a better world together. I don't know, maybe that's reaching too high, but nope, that's my goal. Don't, you know what? Let me say this. I've said this before in other interviews that I have achieved every goal I've ever set for myself.
Mhm.
And my advice to myself and everyone else is aim higher. Like, aim higher than you possibly think you could go and then go higher than that.
Wow.
I'm serious. You too.
I
Like,
yeah, I'm processing. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
like do it. My mom told me something that at first I was like, what? I'm not going to say I'm really great at it, but she said, and I couldn't believe this coming from her. She's a real cynic. She's like, you should look in the mirror and look at yourself and look at yourself in the eyes and say, I love you. And I was like, what? You're telling me that you do that? She's like, you should do that. So I don't know if she ever did it. But of course, it was my mom. So I really thought about what she said. And I wouldn't say that I'm totally there yet, but I do have to give myself a lot of pep talks to kind of put myself out there. I get stage fright before every show. Um, and there is kind of some imposter syndrome stuff and like, who do you think you are that you're, reaching for this goal? But I'm better at giving myself these pep talks like, why not you?
right. I've been starting to say that too. Why
Mm-hmm.
not me? Why
Yeah,
not?
why not you?
Because it is. The little self-doubt comes in, and then you're like, but why not me?
Yeah, why not? Why not me?
Feels very
Trying to
powerful.
thank this meat sack that carries me around so well.
Yes. I know I've also heard so along with saying like I love you in the mirror is like maybe high-fiving yourself, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm there.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Yes,
I'm
these are
working on
things to work on. This is
it.
good.
Yeah.
We're getting through a lot
I
today.
don't know how we got, yeah, I don't know how we got on this subject, but because it's not that early, but it's still a little bit early. So I'm like a little bit la la land here. Anyway, so my dream last night, Krista.
Right, let's dissect it.
You should start doing your interviews even earlier, like just roll out of bed and everybody can just kind of free associate.
It could be really fun. I know evening ones are fun.
Yeah, late
Midday,
night.
morning,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I should try. Let's do 7 a.m. or something or 8 a.m.
Well, I
Is
don't
that, am I
know.
getting crazy too
Musicians may
much?
or may
I know
not show up or still be rolling from the night before.
that could be very interesting. It's probably like the earliest that we all can come together.
It was good timing for me.
Same here. And can we, let's see, I know we're focusing here on Miss Georgia Peach, but
Hmm.
any BB Galini or the Short
Oh
Fuses
yeah.
news
Um,
to share? Because those are my favorite bands as well.
Thank you. So BB Galini has a another full length album coming out. The first one we did was during COVID, so we could not have a record release show. But this one is coming out on a German label called Sound Flat. The release date is May 23rd. And if you go to our social media, you can see how to pre-order it. It will be vinyl, but it will be available digitally after that point as well. We're not going to make, we're not, CDs are iffy. I don't know. Anyway, and our big release show, we're going to do a record in store at Barely Brothers on the 23rd. And then our big release show is going to be June 21st at Palmer's, and there'll be 5 bands. And some of the special guests who played on this record are going to come up on stage and play with us. So Melanie Vamman is going to come. She's from the Pandoras and the Muffs, and she played organ on the record. And then Keith Patterson, our own local hero, Keith Patterson, his band, the Dead Sea Cyclamates, is going to play first, and then he's going to come up and play some lead guitar with us as well. Those are the guest stars I can confirm. We'll see what else we can get going. So it's gonna be really fun. We're excited, and we got the cover art for that one. We got drawn by Cliff Mott, and it's an amazing cartoon as well. So
So exciting.
thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, Georgia.
You're such a stalwart of the scene.
Oh, thanks.
And I appreciate you very much.
Oh,
You're doing something that no one else is doing. So thank you.
oh, wow. Thank you. Just sharing the love of local music.
Yeah.
And
Well, and being a woman out there, like, thank you. Yes. So come to my show April 19th at the Uptown VFW with Kinda Fonda Wanda. It's $10. I think it's 15 at the door, but I mean, that's $10 is a great. If you're going by, you can get a ticket anytime. You can get it online, and I think there's like a $1 or $2 service charge. Anyway, so get your tickets now because it's going to be great. And oh, can I talk about the band members?
yes.
So I'm sorry, it's still early for me. Anyway,
Me too.
so I had all the players on the record who are me and Travis, and then Blaine and Ryder from Nashville Pussy, and then Mark and Blaine is also a 9 Pound Hammer, and Scott sings on it in 9 Pound Hammer. But my local players are Travis and I. We have John Ewing on guitar, and he sings a couple with me. We have Amy Larson Pearson. She's singing backup. She's the bassist and co-songwriter in BB Galini. It's basically like BB Galini when I added 2 ringers of John Ewing and Baby Grant Johnson. So Mike Bennett on bass. Um, and Baby Grant Johnson is going to play lead guitar and do some singing as well. So we're very excited to have all the buddies together making the band. And I think it's going to be really fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, what am I going to wear, Krista?
I know that's what I'm wondering, but I'm not
I
on.
don't know. I don't know.
Oh
I
my.
think about it a little bit every day. Oh, I'm going to have a bunch of merch too. So I will have both records there. I don't know if we have any Aloha vinyl left, but I have all kinds of Class Out the Ass vinyl. I have CDs of both releases. I have stickers, and I will have T-shirts, and I have signed, autographed posters by everybody who was on the recording of the first Rockin' Jelly Bean of the Aloha from Kentucky album. So those are big posters that are of the first record cover that has autographs by, I have non-autographed and autographed by all the players
Okay. That's
that we
amazing.
took to the studio when we recorded the second record.
Wow. That's some serious thinking and planning ahead there.
That's Ryder. That's Ryder. She when she tells me something to do, I'm like, immediately. She knows what she's doing.
That's awesome. Well, that sounds like a really great incentives, an early show.
Mm-hmm.
For some people, it's really a good incentive. Um, Great merch, great music, great band.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. And it's going to be short and sweet. And you can, go eat before, go eat after, go to a second show, go home.
Right.
You do you, whatever you want to do. You're just going to come and I'm not going to overstay my welcome. You're going to get everything you want. And then you're free to choose what you want to do with the rest of your night and the
You're
rest of your life.
right.